Welcome to a new test and teardown video. And this time it's one of those Mitutoyo surface tester, surface analyzer, and there's an external amplifier sensor kind of thing, but I don't have this sensor itself, so I only have the connector for it right here, 6 pins. And then there's some sort of an interface with this cable to the readout unit and a print unit. Really? I tried to power it up and it says no detector. And then I tried to power up the sensor unit, but see what I figured out. Nothing happens at all, and it just keeps saying no detector. And then look at that, battery. And then I see all this, look at that, battery acids and all that kind of stuff. Probably that explains why there's no connection. I even see acids all over the place here into that. Oh my God, it's also in here. It's just completely, oh my God, I think we definitely need to start with that unit and see if we can get that one up and running first. So yeah, let's open and have a look, right? So this surface tester thingy works by this sensor here will detect all sorts of, I think it's a strange gauge amplifier kind of thing, right? And it's supposed to be measuring like micrometers of tiny little like roughness defects in a surface. So all that is pretty cool and all that, but just too bad I didn't get the sensor. So all we're gonna get out of this is going to be what is inside kind of thing, I guess, right? This is probably one of the saddest and baddest. This is all the way up here. Look at the acid damages. And it's even still completely wet of acid kind of thing. That is bad. I definitely want to see where's the leak. So, but it's completely wet. Oops. So that was the switches. They were like here. Oh, that is bad. You can really see how bad it is. Nasty. But that is an EEPROM, so there's probably a processor or some stuff in here. You know, let's see if we can get in here. Aha, so that is interesting. What have we got here? So there's a little motor and a gearbox that's moving this entire sensor up and down. How cool is that? Somebody was kind enough to remove the leaked batteries, but oh my God, is everything completely leaked and corroded by all the acid. Look at that PCB here. That can't be good. Could be cool if I could clean stuff up here and see if I could probably boot it up, but look at that. The corrosion is just intense. But anyway, if I can't boot it up, then we can just have a look at how it was designed at least. So that is the cable to the sensor. Yeah, we got, see all the connectors, they're completely full of corrosion and stuff. This is just so bad. But sometimes I just get stuff that should have been left in the bin. But anyway, we can still see how it was designed. It's quite heavily packed. Look at that. 5 PCBs in layers like this, and they're connected here on this side panel and all that kind of stuff. Really, really compact. We got some processors and stuff in here. Definitely I want to try and take this piece into bits. Yeah, we got some analog stuff down there, and hang on, I'll try and look at this. Even corrosion on gold. I mean, how is that possible? Can you see that? So this is the display unit, and look at that. So the glass is just put in here and held in place by this piece of metal that's just screwing it, yeah, just holding it down, right? So you can even see the contacts, or I don't know if you can see that. It's a little bit difficult to see. But that is how it works. Let's try and see if we can get this. So this is the bottom part of the display. A really nice pot meter. So that's the interface for the display. And CPU and line driver, bus expansion and all that kind of stuff. So that is the processor board. Yeah, you can see super Japanese kind of design, obviously. It looks very much like 80s, 90s kind of design. Let me see if I can pull it a little bit more apart here. So here we go with all the different boards. So this is the power supply board. And as you see, ICs are from 85, 86. On this, yeah, the power supply. And then we go to the analog. We got 2 different analog boards. The first one's just op amps and analog multiplexers and stuff like that. Very, very Japanese kind of design. And then there is another analog board. We've got some really, really high precision capacitors right there, right? And then we got analog converter. And again, the bus driver there, and some analog ICs, stuff like that. Yeah, another op amp and all that kind of stuff, and that will be the CPU board. And again, date codes here, 86, and what was that one? 87. So 87 is the highest so far. So that's kind of dating this unit. And I'm so sorry, I've been poking around. And this power supply is completely dead, and yeah, I can't really do a lot with this anyway. So that really, yeah. Look at those connectors. Those are really, really funny. They pretend to be DB connectors, but look at that. They are definitely not. I can't remember I've seen this type of connector before. But they are very, very special. kind of that way. Really, really flexible cable. I mean, super flexible. I did not expect that for the age. Definitely nice. And then we got this little DC motor. There's probably a gearbox here as well. It could be fun to take the wires here and try and power this up, because I see a 5-volt relay, so this is probably a 5-volt motor. Say hi to that motor. Let's try and power it up and play. So let's try and see if we can get this motor spinning. Just moving the entire unit like that. 50 milliamps and 5 volts. Ha! That is nice. That is a really nice motor. So that is definitely how this thing works. So this is how it scans the surface roughness. That is by moving the motor all along and then measuring what is going on. And then you can adjust. See? You can loosen here and then change the angle like that. You can loosen this one, then you can move here, and you can, we got this in all the different angles. Loose here and move. How is that working? Ooh. See? And there's a little spring here. Then we got check this out. Maybe we can. That's just the connected to the sensor. So, but anyway, of course we don't need the sensor when this whole unit is just completely corroded by all the battery acids. So anyway, let's try and play with the main unit then. So the main unit here is not doing anything really without the sensor connected to it. But what we could do is I can try and power it up again, and then you'll see what's going on in the printer. So here we go. So it's writing some stuff. What is it writing? Dip. I have no clue what it's writing because I don't have the paper, but it's not forwarding. It's not doing forward. So, see? So this is just some checking the sensor. It's not writing anything, because if it's writing something, this is going to move, right? And that just don't happen. Feed pin, la la la. Yeah, of course we can't do anything because the only thing it writes is no connect. Nah, that's really boring. Yeah, this is what happens when you get stuff directly from the trash can. See, it says something about Denmark. Well, that's funny. So this one was sent to Denmark, so that is definitely true. So there's some sort of an expansion panel or something like that right here. So what is that for? Ah, so you can have external paper entry instead of this little tiny little reel here. Then you can have a big one hanging right here and then feed it through and stuff like that. Okay, nice. All I want to do is have a look inside before I put this in the bin where it definitely belongs. Well, that's actually a little bit of a surprise. It is really, really nicely built. Wow, look at that. a big, hefty motherboard with a lot of big ICs and processors and EEPROMs and all that kind of stuff. And then a very thick plate under all the buttons and the display. Wow, definitely not that bad. And that is the interface for the printer. And of course you need some like regulator and power drive for motors and stuff like that. Not too bad. Let me take on my glasses and have a little bit deeper look. Super Japanese ICs, just some port extenders, right? For all that kind of stuff. And that will be RAM and the EEPROMs for the software. So that one is, ooh, that is also one of the port expanders, just like this one. So here is the CPU. That is actually a little bit funny, isn't it? We got the clock over here, so no, I am not right about that. 4 megahertz crystal, so it's one of these babies over here. That is the CPU, I guess. I'm not a super expert in those Japanese CPUs, but it's definitely one of these. But all those three there are called the same. So that means this one is the CPU. That is weird stuff. And then we got some transistors for, yeah, power supply and stuff like that. Definitely not too bad. It's funny to see how much electronics it really is, right? But it's looking like really good quality. Very good build. Big, thick, stable. All this is also good, you know, powder coated and like really good quality. And the cases, I mean, definitely good. This was not a super duper cheapo product. Definitely not. I want to have a look up here because this looks like a standard display and then their own kind of interface for the switches and stuff like that. So yeah, let's have a look. So this is how it works. Yes, exactly. Haha. A classic standard module. And that is just the switches. Why all those ICs? Isn't that funny? I bet this is because the way that this is multiplexed is for reading and for controlling all the LEDs. And that is why you want all those ICs to be here to do that kind of stuff via this cable. But it's beautiful design, really. Yeah. Well, there's not a lot to say because I can't really do anything with this. Of course, this main unit is probably working. So I'm going to put this back and store this for later experiments. But the sensor unit was just completely corroded and definitely total trash. But this one can be used for some funny things. Maybe if I get one of the sensors one day in the future. So, I kind of like this. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'm sorry this is a super duper fast video. That'll just show you what is inside this unit more or less. See you again, hopefully tomorrow. Bye bye.